refreshes me. Right to the council.
No, thank you. We just don't care. Besides, I don't think that'd achieve...
Baldursgate's never going to be safe with the Absolute out there. Why would the Gazette lie to an entire city?
Welcome. If you've need of a bunk or a bath, you'll find them upstairs.
Just be ready to leave when the time comes, or preferably before.
Good luck getting some kip up here. I'd stuff your ears if I were you.
I just don't want to lose anyone else, all right?
You won't lose us. We've come this far, haven't we? Whatever happens. You damn near busted us.
I hope so.
I didn't see him like
I really do.
Stay back. Stay calm.
Never heard a racket like this back home. Till the Absolute arrived, anyway.
We're finally here.
You shall bring us, true children of the gate, into
Light bringer Gortag!
crush our enemy!
Found anything interesting?
Lovely day for it.
Flaming festival people start chucking themselves into the chiampa.
I look like I was born in a barn. Some fruit. Wasting my time.
Then consider it yours, love.
Oh, you are a sweetheart. Thank you from both of us.
How about this? You hand over everything you've got on you, and I'll give you 3 ounces.
But that's twice what you just said.
I don't like giving you what other people have been picking out, but there's a whole chicken someone's only took a leg off. I wouldn't give you anything I wouldn't eat myself.
Can I have that, please, sir?
Of course, love. And please don't call me sir. And barely even a chef.
Afternoon.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm glad they posted me out here. Those writers were starting to piss me off. All the incessant, inane chatter.
Why, yes, Edvard. Can I call you Edvard?
To do something heroic. That'll get their attention.
You can start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
Here's a finger this guy.
Thief's been picking pockets near here. This would be a good moment to explain yourself. Your honesty speaks for itself. It seems you're free to go. thief's been emptying pockets around here. You might want to allay some suspicions before things get out of hand. Your guilt is only compounded by your attempted bribery. This will be resolved here and now.
Pen is noisier than the... That's horseshit, Rob.
I thirst for combat.
Lovely day for it.
Floric, former advisor to Duke Ravengard, has been found guilty of treacherous and The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryad's Gin and she will be executed 4 days hence.
This calls for careful footwork. I can think what I please. Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Perhaps you should start your own opinion column.
I can do that. I have loads of opinions.
I was joking. You really are that interesting.
For a moment there, I thought you actually valued me as a person.
Why, yes, Edvard. Can I call you Edvard? Well, Edvard, I do support Lord Gortash's campaign. For several reasons.
You could start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
Sometimes I wonder why we're even friends.
Do you think they might write about me in Baldur's Mouth someday?
Only if it's to review that awful fashion disaster you're wearing.
Oi! I dress well! For my budget.
Afternoon.
Perhaps you should start your own opinion column.
I could do that. I have loads of opinions.
I was joking. You really aren't that interesting.
For a moment there, I thought you actually valued me as a person.
I need to do something heroic. That'll get their attention.
You could start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
Sometimes I wonder why we're even friends.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch? Well, I am so glad you asked, Edvard. No, a bit too familiar. Mr. Needle.
Only if it's to review that awful fashion disaster you're wearing.
Oi! I dress well. For my budget.
Perhaps you should start your own opinion column.
I could do that. I have loads of opinions.
I was joking. You really aren't that interesting.
For a moment there, I thought you actually valued me as a person.
I need to do something heroic. That'll get their attention.
You could start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
Sometimes I wonder why we're even friends.
Hello. Nice day for a walk.
Do you think they might write about me in Baldur's Mouth someday?
Only if it's to review that awful fashion disaster you're wearing.
Oi! I dress well. For my budget.
In my opinion, we should have a still watch in every Baldurian home. Why? I'm glad you asked. It'd certainly help with the dishes. Okay, after the joke, you'll laugh.
I was joking. You really aren't that interesting.
For a moment there, I thought you actually valued me as a person.
I need to do something heroic. That'll get their attention.
You could start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
Sometimes I wonder why we're even friends.
about me in Balder's mouth someday?
Only if it's to review that awful fashion disaster you're wearing.
I dress well. For my budget.
Perhaps you should start your own opinion column.
I could do that. I have loads of opinions.
I was joking. You really aren't that interesting.
For a moment there, I thought you actually valued me as a person.
Why, yes, Edvard. Can I call you Edvard? Well, Edvard, I do support Lord Gortash's campaign. For several
Every
reasons.
day for it.
I need to do something heroic. That'll get their attention.
You could start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
Sometimes I wonder why we're even friends. Do you think they might write about me in Balder's mouth someday?
Only if it's to review that awful fashion disaster you're wearing.
I dress well. For my budget.
Perhaps you should start your own opinion column.
I could do that. I have loads of opinions.
I was joking. You really aren't that interesting.
For a moment there, I thought you actually valued me as a person. I need to do something heroic. That'll get their attention.
You could start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
Sometimes I wonder why we're even friends.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch? Well, I am so glad you asked, Edvard. No, a bit too familiar. Mr. Needle.
Do you think they might write about me in Balder's mouth someday?
Only if it's to review that awful fashion disaster you're wearing.
I dress well. For my budget.
Afternoon.
Perhaps you should start your own opinion column.
I could do that. I have loads of opinions.
I was joking. You really aren't that interesting.
For a moment there, I thought you actually valued me as a person. I need to do something heroic. That'll get their attention.
You could start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
Sometimes I wonder why we're even friends. Do you think they might write about me in Balder's mouth someday?
If it's to review that awful fashion disaster you're wearing.
have wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave. Destruction of property is taken rather seriously around here. Time to defend yourself.
About me in Balder's mouth someday.
In my opinion, we should have a steel watch in every Baldurian home. Why? I'm glad you asked. It'd certainly help with the dishes. Okay, after the joke, you'll laugh.
Perhaps you should start your own opinion column.
I could do that. I have loads of opinions.
I was joking. Really are that interesting.
I thought you actually valued me.
You could start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell.
In my opinion, we should have a steel watcher in every Baldurian home. Why? I'm glad you asked. It'd certainly help with the dishes.
Everything on the...
Really aren't that interesting. For a moment there, I thought they actually valued me as a person.
Looks empty. Out of sight, out of mind. What's that?
As you get closer to the printworks, something odd happens. You hear it speak.
Gormless, not one step further. You are interrupting art. My art. I'm an artiste. Name's Jellywig. This is my paintbrush. I make sure everything that's in those big, ugly article blocks becomes fine printed artistry. I'm a master pensman, I am. Now scram it. One mistake and the reputation of Baldur's Mouth Gazette crumbles to dust. Oh, someone who appreciates the art of words. And a celebrity to boot. You'll enjoy this. As it happens, the next edition has an article about you. It's a mean one, too. Real nasty. Etzard must really have it out for you. Hard luck. We'll require a delicate touch to spruce up. I think I'll need my number 7 pen. Real sharp. I wouldn't take it too personal. Etvard gets his lines from up top, then gets all worked up over it. Although, it not being personal doesn't change how shafted you'll be. A meddler after my own heart. Wonderful. Let's get this article nice and loose. There. Now, you'll need to find a replacement piece, of course. Make sure it's a good one. Listen, mate, I'm already doing you a favor. I'm sure you can figure it out yourself. As the old saying goes, ours is not to wonder why. Ours is but to print or die. Or something like that.
The block has a broadsheet article engraved upon it. It speaks positively of you.
Oh, you've returned. Ready to serve some discord? How delightful! Oh, how did...
The editor will be in for a surprise tomorrow.
Paper's printing right now, pal. Should be on the streets tomorrow.
Can't risk being in open view. Swift as my feet can carry me. Better be cautious.
Merciful Lord Gortash! We give thanks.
As long as they do their jobs, they can sing sea shanties for all I care.
Do that? I have loads of opinions.
I was joking. You really are.
Stories, stories, get them right here.
You in need of protection, friend? Huh. What am I saying? Everyone's in need of protection. Don't be shy. This armor can't keep you alive if it's sitting here with me. city's got a dangerous air to it these days. Only makes sense to take self-preservation measures.
Need something for defense? Or maybe offense? Either way, I've got what you need. My weapons won't be beat. Tell your friend.
The printing block has never been so hot. Scandals, vandals, where to buy sandals? It's all.
Great, isn't it? These are just cantrips. I can keep this up all day.
Stick them right here.
Behold! The sacred illuminations of the mysterious ancients. Back off, chump, you're too close. Do you want to lose your eyebrows?
Today keeps the ignorance away.
Can't bloody believe it. No more puzzles. A travesty.
Come out, or I'll have to come find you, Laura. Considering.
Yeah! I mean, yeah, verily, behold and stuff. Just like Astondo the Greater says.
Sol Invictus!
Out of my
Look,
way.
look! It's so pretty. Stand up. You'll slide.
Come out, or I'll have to come find you, Laura.
Come get your copy of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. When the mouth speaks, the city shakes. All right there, Chief? Can I interest you in a copy of our fine broadsheet? Have a gander at that. Come back tomorrow if you fancy fresh news.
All of it gets in that bloody Balder's mouth rag. It says what the people actually use in a broadsheet. Puzzle.
Scandals, vandals, where to buy sandals?
I know you. So you made it out of the Underdark. More than I can say for Balin. If the old sack was going to die, he could have brought back some noble stock beforehand. Without the bloody fungus, Bone Cloak's days are numbered. Go on then.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stelmane, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. By necessity, not design. But I'm glad you appreciate the richness of my experience. Yours has been no less exciting. But even with all your experience, it has not been easy. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flare. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you. Your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. That you are complex and full of contradictions. It was no easy task, but I had to persist. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how exhausting it would be. You were stubborn, antagonistic. You didn't want to listen. You even tried to kill me. Antagonistic to the very end. But you made your choices. Such is the burden of freedom. And now we must move on. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You know now of your father's plans to use the Elder Brain to slaughter the world over. One need not read minds to foresee the horrors he will pen with your hand if you do not stand against him. We must stop it while we still can, before we too become its slaves.
Yeah, but I dared you first, so you have to go.
No, my fingers crossed. I'm not going in there against one of our devil.
Oh, I get it. You're scared.
Afraid I can't give you the Gazette for free, but you can have it for a low, low price. Pleasure doing beeswax with a proper heroical type.
It's so pretty.
Baldursgate with their presents. Pick up a copy and read all about it. Even this.
Can't believe all this pandering nonsense the mouth is printing. I don't care which necromancer they've killed. It's taking up too many pages.
You could start by standing on a ladder, so they can actually see you.
Not a word on all the thefts and murders happening right on our doorsteps.
Lois?
I didn't ever think I'd meet you in person. I feel safe already, even if you are a little shorter than I expected.
I know the Gazette sometimes bends the truth, but I also know they wouldn't lie about all the good you've done.
A broken steel watcher. A tag wired to it reads, Unit defective. Return to the Steel Watch Foundry at the West Docks.
Be vigilant, citizen.
I got lost. And then when I found Mummy and Daddy again, they wouldn't get up. I shouldn't have run away. I'm just sorry. I want to go home.
You've got connections, haven't you? Tell them people are being killed in the streets. Poor kid didn't even see what happened.
Steady.
No, we're not like you. We can't stop people from getting stabbed in the streets. Oh, poor kid.
I'd really spare no expense. Have you fallen foul of a cultist's curse? Been addled by an absolutist incantation? Not sure? Best stock up on charms, just in case. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm not stupid. I know it's probably a scam. But what if it's not?
I know that face. You're the one from the Gazette. A real hero.
The fists will start breaking heads. Even they had their work cut out for them. Move along, nothing to see here. At least by day, thank the gods.
Find yourself a stage, why don't you? Always bloody drama with you.
Warning. The property of the individual known as Old Garlow has been deemed unsafe for habitation under City Bylaw 42A. Do not enter.
Treat us like this, the harder it'll be to force
A half-wit. You're clever and valiant. And I'm glad to call you friend. Bloody lay off, Dragonborn.
An intruder! These people are under my protection. I'll not let you harm them. Hearken to my words, wicked creature. Return to the pit of evil from whence you came.
Don't listen. Who knows what spells it weaves around us? Quickly, cleric.
Helm, protector of all, grant me the power to ignite this creature's flesh and burn its bones to ash. Begone, monster. Your hag mother holds no power here. Wait! No hag spawn would speak like that. Forgive the paranoia. We're being hunted by a vile and wicked hag. We feared you, her minion. She's already hexed one of us, and any of us could be next. Because we dared to do the impossible. We dared to fight back. You see, all of us here have fallen victim to a hag's vicious ways. But instead of succumbing to despair, we rose above it. Thanks to Mayrina, our leader. Together, we've been helping others who've suffered at the claws of a hag. Only, Mayrina's been hexed by the very hag who now hunts us. You're the one that saved her. The one that ventured to the depths of Ethel's lair. I can hardly believe it. You look so... normal. By Helm, perhaps there is hope. If anyone can help Mayrina, it's you. She's upstairs. But be warned. She's not as you remember her.
Strange-looking doll. Strange-looking doll. Strange-looking doll.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Strange-looking doll. Strange-looking doll. Strange-looking doll. Strange-looking doll.
Dragonborn.
You removed my hex. That's annoying. I wanted to play a little longer. Auntie likes her toys broken. She's not going to be happy I had to get my hands dirty. I don't matter. Only Auntie does. They want to hurt Auntie. They have the book. I will die before I let anyone touch a hair on her head. The others I will leave to rot in this house. But you, I will gift Auntie your corpse wrapped in your own intestines.
Survival is all that matters. One down, millions. Never a dull moment.
A beautiful death.
Deserve this, treacherous prick. That lying, thieving, scaly little shit! Thanks for knifing the bastard. That makes twice you've saved me. I'm starting to think you're my guardian angel. You too. I've come a long way since we last met. Decided I was sick and tired of feeling stupid, helpless. So I decided I wasn't going to be a victim anymore. This group is made of survivors. People like me who've been hurt by hags. I brought them together to fight back. We tracked a hag to the city, but lost her trail. Right after she snatched a little girl. Oh, I bloody hope not. I see her enough in my dreams. No, Ethel is dead, thanks to you. But this one is no less of a nightmare. The moment I started investigating the missing girl, I felt the hag's eye on me. Next thing, I was sprouting wool and bleating up a storm. When someone tells you, day in, day out, that you'd be a useless mother, well, you start to believe it. Who knows what she's done to this woman? Look, I know you're busy with big-time heroics, but we need your help. A child's life is on the line, and her mother is the best lead we've got. I tried, and look where it got me. Chewing hay and shitting pellets. Thank you. With you at our side, that hag won't know what hit her. Check the safe in the back. I've done my homework on hags since we last tangled with Ethel. Take whatever you need. I know it by heart anyway. Laura was knocking about Baldursgate, at the Flaming Fist's headquarters. Good luck. Shithead!
Stage white ocean, always bloody drama with them.
Keep us from the hag's gaze, vigilant one. I beg of you.
I need to research the nature of redcaps. Make sure this never happens again.
Unless the uncles. No, bud.
I won't let a hag beat me. I refuse.
The hag would go to such lengths to find us.
A red cap! Damn it all!
Let go panic. Let things up.
You should see if the Baldur's mouth will interview you. The Gazette loves interviewing heroes. They talked to Gortash last tender.
Get it off your chest. Anyway, we just going to let what's his name and his toy soldiers take over the whole city.
Think even they'd have their work cut out for them.
If you need help, sire, just speak to the clerks.
Poor fellow he was escorting.
With a half-elf, yeah. New client, maybe? Either way, Glitterbeard was fit to...
Captain needs to see your pass.
Account holders only from here. Vault pass? This is the wealthiest banking house on the coast. God's ransom sitting under our feet. So if it's a bribe you're angling out, well, this I have to hear.
Think happens to the overrides anyway.
We think about lunch.
Excuse me, madam. Hello.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Excuse me, sir. Just borrow a little gold.
9, 10,